motherfuckers. Y'all was coming in, and now you're backing out. Now you're backing out. It's hard to talk big with a shotgun in your mouth. Shotgun in your mouth. I'm glad you brought your friends. They can watch it go down. Watch it go down. I got mine too. So welcome to my house. Cause these are my people, and this is my land. This is my land. This is what we pray for, and this is God's plan. This is God's plan. And if you ain't from here, then you won't understand. You won't understand. This is my country, and this is who I am. So welcome to my house. So welcome to my house. You better believe it, cause today won't be your day. I can guarantee it, you should turn and walk away and get to leaving, or I'll let this 12 gauge do all my speaking. Don't push me on the edge, boy. Don't push me on the edge, boy. Cause I'm aiming for your head, boy. Cause I'm aiming for your head, boy. And all I see is red, boy. And all I see is red, boy. I told you not to cross that line. I told you not to cross that line. I'm giving you a chance, boy. I'm giving you a chance, you see boy. The devil in a glance, boy. The devil in a glance, I can knock you out your pants, boy. Knock you out your pants, boy. I told you not to fuck with mine. I told you not to fuck with mine. Lord have mercy, Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy, Lord have mercy. Y'all was coming in, and now you're backing out. Now you're backing out. It's hard to talk big with a shotgun in your mouth. Shotgun in your mouth. I'm glad you brought your friends. They can watch it go down. Watch it go down. I got mine too.
Well, good evening, race fans. I'm your fill-in announcer for the night, Barry Jan Sickle, here this evening with Sean Nistad. Sean, oh, sorry, I don't know what happened. Sean, did you let that guy in the booth?
Oh, man, you open the windows with some nice weather, and you just never know what's going to happen.
Holy cow, I can't. Why did that guy not have any pants on?
Oh, no, you're looking at my camera now. Stop that.
Oh, geez, I thought that was that Barry Jan Sickle that just went running out the door or something. That guy was crazy. But that happens at Eldora. They get the drink in the juice and look the heck out. It's a bad deal. So 4 heat races. Boom. Here we go. Ryan Underwood, your quick time qualifier. Cole Cabrera to the outside. That's row number 1.
Second row has the D1RT Racing entry of Dylan Wilson inside James Grace out of Blue Groove Motorsports and car number 269, who hits 5.
There you go. Eric Skolf, the $1 million motorsport entry number 50. Ethan Toder driving the Drew Hopkins Racing 2-3.
And the 5 of Scooter Black from D1RT Racing inside. Row number 4, Matthew Logan, D1RT Racing teammate and car 41, will be your 8th and final starter. 4 heat races here tonight for the Nvizion Custom Graphics Big Block Modifieds with the World of Thunder. We'll take the top 4 finishers directly to tonight's main event. So we're ready for a big night of action. Eldora Speedway, the house that Earl built. We are set for a big one here tonight, Jerry.
Yes, the house that Earl built and Tony keeps alive.
Absolutely. What have I missed so far today? A Super Sunday fun day.
You won't believe it. In the dirt street stocks, it came down to a last lap battle royale with the top 3.
Nice.
That was in the Miller family dirt street stocks. In the dirtfan.com sprint cars, there were two unimaginable things that happened. The first, it's not unimaginable. Alex Bergeron won that deal. But
okay,
the first unimaginable thing, Brett Wheeler got a podium finish and finished third. But the other thing that was such a calamity and just the most colossal thing you'll ever, these are words that were made up just momentarily.
Yeah.
Brett Wheeler finished 7 spots ahead of Alex Robinson, who had a top 10 finish.
You're joking. Did we have a 10-car field? What happened to everybody?
Leave your shirt on. Nope. There was 18 cars.
Oh, man.
Yes.
There you go, guys. Brett Wheeler, our producer, he gets to talk in our ears, and nobody else hears him during these broadcasts, so congrats to him. It was his birthday last week, so, hey, what a birthday celebration he can have later this evening, or, well, in his case, over there in Australia, later this morning. Yeah, so congratulations, extra helping of Vegemite today.
Oh, geez, I forgot. The Wheeler's been on the Macho Man Randy Savage kick all the 2 broadcasts too, so I don't know what's happening.
That's what got you into the mood at the start of the show, so it's Wheeler's fault. I get it.
Yep. Blame. No, not blame Alex. We blame Brett. So speaking of blaming, we're going to blame the flagman for starting this one a little early. We weren't ready for it as we go green flag racing, Sean, off a 2 and down the back straightaway.
Out to the lead already, it is Ryan Underwood in the 46 machine, has Cole Cabrera chasing him in the 71. Dylan Wilson in the 3rd spot, and right now they're side by side, Jerry, for that final transfer position. James Grace holds on to it.
Down the back straightaway, like you said, James Grace holding on. Eric Skolf in the 50 car, 1 out of a transfer. Dylan Wilson sitting 3rd. 2nd is Cabrera, and Ryan Underwood leads the charge of the mud buses down into turn number 1 and 2. Now he's got company. Look at this. Underwood shot to the top. Cabrera looked to the bottom, but nothing to be had.
Now here comes Wilson. He'll take a peek to the inside. May have rubbed Cabrera just a little bit there as they hustle back down the front straightaway into 1. It's Underwood, Cabrera, Wilson, and Grace in the transfer spot. Eric Skolf just a little bit out. He's got his sights on James Grace, but he's going to have to make up about 0.4 of a second to get there and battle for a transfer position.
Down the back straightaway, still Underwood, Cabrera, Wilson, and Grace. Top three just kind of running there in the old boxcar formation off of 2 and down the back straightaway. It is Ryan Underwood. Now look at this. Here comes Dylan Wilson on the bottom. They'll lay him there cheap to the bottom of the racetrack as the lap's winding down to this one.
Cabrera going to take a run through the middle. Cannot get a run on Ryan Underwood, who continues to show the way out front. Dylan Wilson solidly in that third position. Not getting too out of formation just yet. They'll come off of turn number 4 by the starter stand. We've got 2 laps to go in our first of 4 heat races tonight in the Nvizion Custom Graphics, Big Block Modifieds. And Jerry, we're going side by side for second.
Speaking of 2, they are 2 by 2 down into turn number 3 and 4. It'll be Wilson on the bottom side. Cabrera running that 71 to the top as the white flag was unfurled in the starter stand. Ryan Underwood, no problems. Got this one wrapped up in the bag. Already put the bow on it and sent it to himself for Christmas. Into turn number 3 and off of turn number 4. It's going to be Ryan Underwood holding off Cabrera, Wilson, and Grace, your 4 transfer qualifiers. So heat race number 1 in the books. We'll take a look at your results here momentarily. It'll be Underwood, Cabrera, Wilson, Grace going to the A. It'll be Sculf Toter Black Logan going to last chance qualifiers. Heat race number 2. Coming to the racetrack, Logan Rumsey. They're in the 041 for Slick. They're for Slick Sim Sports, and D1RT's Blake Majulis to the outside.
Second row, Jacob Harberts in the 80 here on the screen. He'll line up on the inside. And on the outside, Dustin Momberquette will line up in the 4th starting spot.
We're going with that. Matt Yorker in the Big Daddy Speed Concepts number 34, and Tyler Reed in the 30.
And the final row, Jax Yan on the inside, 17. And Corey Sibley, the 999 Tail Tag and Motorsports entry. He'll go from position number 8 on the grid. So heat race number 2 of the Nvizion Custom Graphics. Rolling onto the speedway behind the pace truck. 8 laps the distance. 4 go directly to the main event here tonight.
What'd you do all day, Sean?
Oh, do you know what I did?
If I knew what you did, why would I ask you?
Well, I didn't know. Maybe you're just being polite, like you really care, and you don't.
Well, I
like,
do.
hey, you know?
I do care, but I mean, if I knew what you did, I wouldn't have asked you.
I took my Christmas lights down from the outside of my house. Springtime is here in the Dakotas, baby.
Oh. Wow.
And then...
you want to? I want to. I wanted to break out in a song right there when you said springtime. Springtime for Hitler. The Producers. That's a great movie. So you took down the Christmas lights and
then I got a haircut. I feel like $1 million here tonight.
So who put the Christmas lights away?
It was a team, family effort.
I see. Because you said you took them down, but you didn't say about where they went from there. But I know where we're going from here is we're going to see that 041 of Logan Rumsey take the race lead. That thing's kind of, she's bare naked today. No sponsors, no nothing. No good graphics on it. We'll get to find out. Maybe he's going for a whole new look on that 041 machine down the back straightaway.
Blake Bajulis running in that 2nd spot. Harbert's running in a 3rd as a couple cars updating there on the screen. Momberquette running in that 4th and final transfer spot in the number 16 machine. And Magic Man out front, Logan Rumsey. That's one of those cars. Remember the Matchbox cars you get? You dip in the water, they change colors? That's what he's driving tonight, Jerry.
And it's done it already. I mean, it's like a chameleon. It just changes its colors. Get a little close to the wall, and it turns it white there in the 41 machine. Out front, your leader, Majulis, running 2nd. Jacob Harberts, and then Dustin Momberquette working back there in the number 4 spot. As it worked down into turn number 1 and 2. Rumsey, Majulis, Harberts, and Momberquette, your top 4, Sean.
Majulis, a bit of a run there on Rumsey. Rumsey's entering lower. Now the top 3 all enter in the middle. Slide it up just past the halfway point through the corners. We'll go by the stripe. We've got 3 laps to go here in our 2nd of 4 heat races. Starting to heat up for that final transfer spot. Momberquette has it, and Matt Yorker is closing in.
They'll work him on down, lurking. Back there in turn number 3 and 4. Yorker trying to get to Momberquette there in the 16 car. First time I believe he's raced with us here this year in the big blocks. Down the back straightaway. Still Rumsey, Majulis, Harbits, 1, 2, and 3. Sean, this time the white silk is waving. There is un momento to go.
And it is all Logan Rumsey here in this second heat race. He'll bring us down the back straightaway. About a 7/10 of a second advantage as he enters turn number 3. He'll slide it up, and Logan Rumsey to the checkered flag in heat race number 2. Blake Majulis crosses second, Jacob Harbert's in third, and Dustin Momberquette's going to hold on to that 4th and final transfer spot as we have 2 heat races into the books. 2 more heat races to come here tonight from the Eldora Speedway, and we'll take a look at your official results now from heat race number 2. Rumsey, Majulis, Harberts, and Momberquette. You see them on the screen? Those 4 go to the feature. Yorker, Jan, Sibley, and Reed. They'll get their cars ready for some consolation action. 3rd out of 4 heat races coming to the track next. The Rocket Racing setups, number 48 of Dylan Yeager. He'll line up on the inside of the front row. Alex Bergeron, the winner of tonight's sprint car portion of the event. He'll line up outside of that front row. He drives the Team ABR Esports number 12.
It'll be the 29 of Jay Place to the inside, row number 2 to the outside. Team VLR's Brent Carter.
Richard Murtaugh Jr., the 33 for Rocket Racing Setups. He goes from 5th on the grid and outside the 3rd row. The Team Outlaw Motorsports 27 of Tyler Schultz.
Then we will go to the next row. That is Steven Turbeville in the 4 machine for Vanderpool Racing, and Team Outlaw Motorsports Jacob Perlman in the 08.
Nvizion Custom Graphics, big block modifieds, 3rd out of 4 heat races coming to the green here, and 1 lap before we get that green. Isn't it amazing, Jerry? Just a haircut just makes you feel like a whole new person.
Oh, I know. You know what makes it's when I get the trifecta in the same day. The haircut, the pedicure, and the manicure. When I get all 3 of those done, I'm happy.
Well, I'm a happy man after the haircut. As we go green, as right away Dylan Yeager, he's a happy man. He's got the race lead out front.
Speaking of being happy, that's where you're going to be. If you're going to be up on the top, that means you are after it. It'll be Bergeron. Look at this. Lays the White Castles down. Says, here, why don't you eat these up? I won't. I'm not hungry for them, says Dylan Yeager. Yeager back to the number 1 spot. Bergeron's a 2nd. Well, whose place is that? That's Jay's in the number 3 spot. Richard Murtaugh, your 4th and final transfer.
Murtaugh bumps into Place as they ran out of space on the racetrack there. Place is going to go around. Murtaugh up to the 3rd spot. Tyler Schultz. And the yellow is out. Here's a look at the incident in turn number 4 on our UltimateDirtTV instant replay. You see the 16 of Place and the 33 of Murtaugh, and just a touch of contact, and that was it. Yellow flag is out for that incident there. First caution of the night for these Nvizion Custom Graphics Big Block Modifieds.
I have a feeling that a lot of people took their Christmas lights down tonight, because I had my Snapchats had friends taking their Christmas lights. You took your Christmas lights down. I took mine down when it was cold.
Oh, see, you're tougher than me. If I'm going to go up on a ladder, I don't want any snow, and I want at least like half warm. So I was happy to do the chore today.
That's good. Yes, it was beautiful, beautiful day. So, hey, if you're following along, all 55 of you viewers on the Facebook, give a sound off or a shout out, or tell us if maybe somebody can't drive and shake your head. I don't know. I mean, let's tell us what you're doing tonight. Maybe you're sitting there watching something on TV and have us on in the background, or have TV on in the background and watching us and listening to us. I don't know, but either that or Sean, I scared 3 people off. Now we're down to 51 viewers.
Oh, you do that every time.
I know.
It's the worst.
The 3 just came back.
Oh, okay. Welcome back. See, they just wanted to. They were checking on things. Checking their, they're watching on their phones, and they clicked out. They were checking their Snapchat to see if they had stories of people taking their Christmas lights down, like you were talking about.
I know, because if you do put the right comments in the comments on the live feed, you know what you get to be, Sean?
the fan of the night.
Yes, you do. You could be the fan of the week if you comment correctly in the comment section below. And we have a couple strong runners right now for fan of the week. Speaking of strong runners, we got two of them up front. Dylan Yeager, Alex Bergeron, 1 and 2. Brett Carter, Jacob Perlman working back there, and it's open for business, Sean. Things are getting, they're getting pretty sized up as we go 2 by 2 by 2 for third on back.
Yeah, Bergeron taking a look for the lead, but right now that battle for the transfer spot is the hot one. As Perlman, the 0-8, he's got the final transfer spot, but he's got Jay Place coming back through the field, trying to get back to where he was. He'll dip to the inside, looking for the fourth and final transfer. He's got it. He'll slide up in front of the 0-8 of Perlman. Now Perlman is 1 out of going to the show. He'll dive it down to the bottom and goes to the inside of Place.
Place back there to the outside. Perlman on the bottom. He wants to hold it into that number 4 spot, not have to race his way through a last chance race. It's still Dylan Yeager, Alex Bergeron, Brent Carter, Jay Place, your top 4. Now you see Carter laying down at the bottom of the racetrack. Is there anything there with the white flag waving? 1 to go.
So it is Dylan Yeager on the final circuit. That battle for second continues. Bergeron a little loose there off of turn number 2. He'll work to the bottom. Carter's going to enter higher off the final turn to the checkered flag at the stripe. Dylan Yeager is going to pick up the win with Bergeron, Carter, and Place going on to the main event here tonight. So 3 out of our 4 heat races, Jerry, are now into the books.
3 down, 1 to go, and that's Yeager, Bergeron, Carter, Place to the A. Rest of them going to last chance races. Perlman, Murtaugh, Schultz, and Turbeville. Let's take a look at your final heat race starting lineup. On the pole, going to be Evan C. for Team Vale R, and his teammate is Randall Carter, the 37 to the outside.
Daniel Powell in the 32. He'll line up inside the second row. Sheldon Oberle in the 105. He'll line up in the 4th spot.
Mike Augustine, the 72, and Brennan Weeks for the Mid-South Dirt Slingers in the 22. And then final start. Oh, sorry.
Oh no! I jumped the start. I'm all discombobulated.
Did you have some premature acceleration?
I did. Send me to the back.
Always on. Well, that's where Jack Weaver is, so you could join him back there. You could start 8th if you'd like, because Jack's gonna roll off and come from the 7th starting spot.
I sent you a Snapchat of the one other thing I did today.
Hang on a minute.
Going. Oh, you're gonna like this one.
Oh, you dirty rat! Let's take a look at it. I shall open it up right now.
The whole neighborhood. I'm telling you, my whole neighborhood. The grill's going today.
Look at those gosh darn grill marks. You got the good cereal marks on there.
Come out of the gate for grilling season strong today, Jay.
I would say I actually had to move some grills around. I went down to the farm today. And I have many projects that I have to, and one of my favorite projects at the farm, when it gets nice and not so windy, is burning road ditches.
Yes,
I got to burn road ditches and fence line. I mean, if I'm not here next Sunday, it's because I'm still burning fence line. Or I burnt up in the fence line, one of the two. Speaking of burning up front, that's Evan C. He's going to be burning around the top side to the race lead.
That C out to the early lead here. Now they're 3 wide for that next position. Sheldon Oberle, he's up to the 2nd spot. Look at him banging and clanging around for those next spots. Mike Augustine up to 3rd. Randall Carter, Daniel Powell side by side for position number 4 off of turn 4.
You saw it. Mike Augustine said, clang, clang, clang goes the trolley, and he rang the bell to the number 3 spot. In that 72, Randall Carter and Daniel Powell, 1 out of a transfer. They come together down there at the crossover at the Love Tunnel in turn number 3 as they thunder back down the front straightaway.
Still a nice lead here for Evan C. Sheldon Oberle has gained 2 spots, as has Mike Augustine. They run 2nd and 3rd. Let's look at Oberle. You'll see Augustine comes sliding in. Drove it in deep into turn number 3. Oberle pulls back away off of turn number 4. Randall Carter still trying to hold on to the final transfer spot. Daniel Powell trying to make it difficult.
Evan C., Sheldon Oberle, Mike Augustine hanging on to that number 3 spot. Randall Carter back there with them. They'll hurry on down the front straightaway. It is still Evan C., but now look at this. Randall Carter's moved to 37 up ahead of the 72 down the back straightaway.
Augustine going to try to battle back. He'll dive in on the bottom. He'll slide it up the racetrack right across the nose. So Randall Carter in the 4th spot dips back to his inside. 2 laps to go, and the man who likes this action in front of him, that's Daniel Powell in the 32. He's going to try to capitalize on this and get one of those transfer spots. But if he's going to do it, Jerry, he's going to have to hurry up because we've got the white flag out.
Yep, gotta be win it or wear it time. We'll see what happens as Evan C., Sheldon Oberly, Randall Carter, and Mike Augustine. They'll work their way down into turn number 3 and 4. Bring it on down to the final heat race checkered flag. It'll be Evan C., your race winner. Sheldon Oberly, Randall Carter, and Mike Augustine, your 4 transfer cars. Look at that, and just like that, Sean, 4 heat races in the books. And speaking of in the books, let's write down your finishing order and let them on to you as we wait for the book. There it is. Evan C., Sheldon Oberly, Randall Carter, Mike Augustine, Daniel Powell, Jack Weaver, and Brennan Weeks, your 7 finishers. Ready for the starting lineup for a last chance race, Sean?
I certainly am.
10 laps, top 8. Eric Skolf, $1 Million Motorsports number 50, and Matt Yorker, Big Daddy Speed Concepts 34 to the outside.
Team Outlaw Motorsports 08, Jacob Perliman lines up 3rd. Daniel Powell in the Mid-South, number 32. He goes from the outside of row 2.
Ethan Toder in the 23, and Jax Yawn in the 17, go row number 3.
Richard Murtaugh Jr., the Rocket Racing 33, and Jack Weaver in the Mid-South Dirt Slingers 34. They make up row number 4.
Row number 5, it will be Scooter Black in the 5 and Corey Sibley in the 999.
Tyler Schultz, the Team Outlaw Motorsports 27, lines up 11th. Brendan Weeks outside the 6th row, the Mid-South Dirt Slingers double 2.
Then we will see your final 3 starters: Matthew Logan, the 41, Tyler Reed, the 30, and Steven Turbeville in the 4. So there are your cars and stars. 10 laps, top 8 cars transferring on. Sean, do you know what movie? Do you know the name of the movie that the song that I sang earlier, Clang, Clang, Clang Goes the Trolley, came from?
Oh.
Don't answer it. Don't answer it, because that is a question. And if you're watching, all 49 of you right now, if you can tell me if you could just type in what movie I mean, that's a famous song in some circles of people around the world. Clang, clang, clang goes a trolley. If you can post in the comments what movie that came from.
I will tell you, Jerry. I'll give him a hint. The actress, the main actress here, one of my favorite of all time.
Yes, and it's not a recent movie either.
No.
So they'll ring the bell in the B main, and we'll go green flag racing. Eric Skolf, your race leader. Jacob Perlman, there to the number 2 spot. Daniel Powell, and look at this. Here come Matt Yorker and Ethan Toder. Now it is going to be a running roadblock for 3rd on back as they hurry down the front straightaway.
Down into turn number 1 we go. We're starting to see more and more lines develop here at the Eldora Speedway. 08 of Perliman through the middle. Now he goes up, and he made some contact with the concrete. 2 by 2, it looks like we're pace lapping out there, only at about, 100 miles an hour, side by side all around the racetrack.
Battle on for the lead as we come to the caution flag. Yellow flag on the speedway. We'll take a look at an Ultimate Dirt TV instant replay here to see what has brought out the caution here in our B is in Bravo main. Jack Weaver, ooh. Wow. Jack Weaver got absolutely destroyed. Look at that. Jack Weaver got absolutely put back together. Here, I think. Oh, yeah. They ran out of real estate. There's 1, 2, and look at that big hit right there. And then it goes like in the air and around, over. This, that. Now, here is the question, Sean Neistat. Harry Yawn got the trivia question correct. Now, Harry, I want to know if you had to Google that or if you knew it. Of course, it is Meet Me in St. Louis. I believe that movie was from the mid-50s, if I remember right. I would have to Google. I mean, I've seen the movie a bazillion times. I shouldn't say a bazillion times, but it is a good movie.
It is 1944.
Yes. And who was your favorite actress?
Judy Garland.
Yes. And Joe Lavalley says 1941. And no. And Don said he had to Google it.
Oh.
Well, Don says Harry had to Google it, but... yes, but Harry says, I Googled it, but I'm old enough to remember. Clang, clang, clang goes a trolley, and ring, ring, ring goes the bell.
Green flag waves. That's what that one does.
Yeah. Oh, there was a wheelie down the back straightaway. Look out, we got him stacked up. Big crash down in turn number 3. 2 cars upside down. Ethan Toter, I believe, there in the stop of that one. As that thing. And Matt Yorker, 2 cars involved there. Things got crazy back there, Eastat.
Yeah, a couple tires touch. That resulted in a wheelie. You'll see that right there, middle of the screen. And then just contact as the, things get, this is a big, wide racetrack. You can race 3-4 wide, but, on these straightaways at these speeds, especially after a restart, it is not as wide as it appears.
No.
And there you see an end result as several cars going to get torn up in this B main and that incident.
Hey, real quick, I got to thank Rich Murtaugh because, he watches all of our broadcasts pretty much here on Ultimate Dirt TV on the Facebook page. And guess what he just did?
I don't know.
Sent 50 stars. That's what he did. Yes. So, yes. Yes, so he has a 16-week streak of sending stars to us. So make sure if you enjoy the broadcast and enjoyed this, send some stars our way. Of course, that's your way of saying thank you. And it also lets us keep the broadcasts going because, of course, it can't be done for free.
It's not us that we want the stars for. We're just a couple of yokels with some microphones here. I mean, the whole broadcast, be able to sit back and watch these awesome racers, these great camera shots, this high quality. That's the best part of these broadcasts, Jerry.
Yes, that is the. We're just a couple. Not well-rounded individuals that talk while you're watching the races here, but
I'm no professional announcer. I know that.
No, I'm no professional announcer. I didn't get asked to go announce some big time races or anything like that. And I mean, I did talk to the guy. I did talk to the guy who takes 30 minutes to gel his hair, and we are going to go announce Bang Bangers at Weber Valley.
Oh.
But we're going to stop by the truck stop before.
Yes.
They've
got some great musical selections going on there right now.
Yes,
by the
they
way.
do. I listened to it. I've listened to him. It is a crazy. So here we go, getting ready to go on down the back straightaway, working on into. Look at that. Support UDTV for just $5.99 a month, and you've got a chance to win $50 per month. That's a giveaway. You bet.
It is Eric Scalf out in the lead of this one, Jerry. Powell now looking for the race lead. There they go, side by side into turn 3.
Working off of turn number 4 down the front straightaway. Eric Scalf, Daniel Powell now. Scalf and Powell battling for the lead. Richard Murtaugh working back through in the number 3 spot. They race into turn number 3 and 4. It is on like Donkey Kong for the lead, Sean.
Look at him off of turn number 4. Richard Murtaugh, he may be the star of the night right now. Another 1,000 stars coming our way from him. Thank you, Rich. Thank you so much. Look at this battle down the back straightaway. Our other stars on the racetrack. Powell, Scalf, and Richard Murtaugh Jr. right there in the mix. Murtaugh works the bottom. He's going from 3rd, looking for 2nd, and potentially the lead down here, Jerry.
Looking to driver deep and seller cheap is at 33 of Murtaugh. Can he make it up into the number 2 spot? Daniel Powell, your race leader. Murtaugh going to put some heat to the inside. The white flag is out. They thunder down the front straight of Murtaugh by half a car length to the number 2 spot at the starter stand. Off of 2 and down the back straightaway. Still Murtaugh down on the bottom. It is Daniel Powell to the outside. They will work him. Train track formation down on the bottom side of turn number 3 and 4. Top 8 going to the A. It's going to be Daniel Powell with the win. Richard Murtaugh, Eric Skalp, your top 3. So top 8 cars transfer. We will see who moves on and who, well, goes to the trailer. It'll be Powell, Murtaugh, Skalp, Perlman, Yon, Sibley, Reed, and Toter. Now Black, Turboville, Schultz, Yorker, Weaver, Weeks, and Logan get to go to the concession stand.
Oh, we get a chance to do that too. Which car is going to hit the racetrack? A quick little warm-up session here, Jerry, and when we come back on the other side of that, we'll have the main event of these Nvizion custom graphics Bacon Block Modified. Stay tuned. Main event coming up.
Sean, I want to buy one of them PC gaming computers.
Absolutely. I bet iRacing would look great on that.
That commercial has got me revved up to get one. So make sure you support all our great sponsors and advertisers here on Ultimate Dirt TV, as it is now time to look from back to front your starting lineup for tonight's feature event. Ethan Toter going to roll off in the 24th spot, and 23rd going to Tyler Reed.
Row 11, Corey Sibley on the outside in the 999, and Jax Yon on the in.
Going to the row number 10, right side, Jacob Perlman. Into the inside, on the left side is Eric Skalp.
Richard Murtaugh Jr. will roll off from the 18th spot, and next to him, that's Daniel Powell in the 32.
Then we will take a look at the next row. That's row 8, right side, Mike Augustine. Left side, that's his place, Jay Place in the 29.
7th row is made up of Dustin Momperquette on the outside and James Grace in the 269 going from 13th.
Going to row number 6, it's Randall Carter to the outside. Inside, Brent Carter. Those drivers, of course, out of Team VLR.
Into the top 10 starters we go. Jacob Harbert's in the 80 on the outside of row 5 with Dylan Wilson and the D1RT entry inside of him.
Sheldon Oberle sits on the outside of row number 4, and on the inside, it is the 12 of Alex Bergeron.
Starting outside of the 3rd row, it's Blake Majulis in the 127, and inside of him is Cole Cabre.
Then going to row number 2, it's Evan C. for Team VLR and Rocket Racing Setups, Dylan Yeager to the inside.
And your front row, the slick Sim Sports 41 of Logan Rumsey on the outside, and on the pole, the Team VLR 46 of Ryan Underwood. 40 laps the distance. Jerry, we are green with the Nvizion custom graphics big blocks from Eldora.
Green flag goes out for the mud buses down into turn number 1. They'll race them. It'll be Ryan Underwood to the race lead. It's going to be side-by-side action. Logan Rumsey. Now here comes Evan C. to the outside. Yeager's down on the bottom. Blake Majulis looking to work it around the outside. Can he do it? Not quite yet, as they will go 2x2 down into turn number 1 and 2.
Look at all these different lines as you see Oberle there on the top. Dylan Wilson coming through the middle. Bergeron down on the bottom. Different groups all around this Eldora Speedway. 3 wide there off the turn. That was 3 wide for the race lead. And they'll try it again as the 48 of Yeager gets into the wall there in turn 1, Jerry.
Hang on, the 41 in a little bit of trouble. Got sandwiched there. Became meat between the top and the bottom bun. Speaking of top and bottom, there is 2 lanes of that racing here. As it's Ryan Underwood and Evan C. They have been dogfighting there to the race lead. You see Underwood slide to the top. Now that's going to let Evan C. run to the bottom, and here comes Logan Rumsey. Rumsey back there in the number 3 spot. Everybody in the catbird seat watching this wing-dang doodle of a show for the lead.
Oh, wow. Big move there as down to the bottom. Big slider. Here comes Underwood for the lead. C back to his inside. Rumsey working the bottom. Down into turn 3 we go. C's going to throw the slider, this time on Underwood. Rumsey says, you guys keep doing that. I'm going to work the bottom half of the racetrack.
They'll do that. We'll watch it. We saw Wheeler do it in the 410s, work the bottom and roll that thing around. We'll see. Of course, he said it went away about halfway through, so we'll see what happens here as Blake Majulis goes there trying to make it. He does. They fan him out 4 wide off of turn number 4. Still Evan C., Ryan Underwood, Cole Cabrera, Logan Rumsey, and Blake Majulis. What a battle you've got, Sean.
Wow, still 3 wide for that 3rd spot as Majulis works the bottom. He's got Rumsey there in the middle. Cabrera sends it in. He'll charge after the 46 of Underwood. Everyone setting their sights now on Evan C., who's out front in this one. That number 33 machine will pilot him off of turn 2 down the back straightaway. You see this side-by-side battle continue down into turn number 3. The 41 of Rumsey, the 127 of Majulis on opposite spectrums of the speedway.
Man, they are running this thing from the top to the bottom and everywhere in between. Cole Cabrera slides it on there. Look at that, going to slice and dice like a Ginzu knife. That is Ryan Underwood in the 46 car as he shot the gap on that one. He'll lay it back to the top of the racetrack. Still Evan C., your race leader. They'll battle side by side down into turn number 1 and 2. Back to the bottom goes Cabrera. You see Underwood bangs off the crete. Now he's going to turn and drive down to the inside of that 71 car.
Now it's Underwood's turn to throw the slider. That's exactly what he does. Cabrera going to turn it back to his inside. Side by side down the front straightaway into turn number 1. Cole Cabrera, the 71. Slide job. He'll grab the 2nd spot. Here comes Underwood looking back to his inside. This is allowing Logan Rumsey to close in, as is the 127 of Blake Majulis. Another big slider over in turn 4, Jerry.
Down the front straightaway. Man, they are throwing and exchanging haymakers like Christmas cards. Down the back straightaway, it'll be the 71 of Cole Cabrera, followed by the 46 of Underwood, the 41 of Rumsey, and look at this, Blake Majulis throws his hat to the ring. Down to the bottom, looking for some action, traction, and some grip to rip off the bottom of turn number 4.
Off of the 2nd turn they go now. You see the 127, Majulis. Oh, we've got contact, we've got trouble into turn 3. Can they get it straightened out? They will. Logan Rumsey's going to lose a couple of spots in that 41 machine as the 127 of Majulis is in the 5th spot. Yellow is out. We'll have to see if the yellow is for that incident over in turn 3. No, we've got another incident on the speedway. Let's find out exactly what happened here. We can see the 50 of Eric Stolf working the top of the racetrack. Oh, here we're going to have a little concrete and then a whole bunch of contact and trouble getting into the 3rd turn. So Tyler Reed in the 30, the car that went upside down. And boy, big trouble there. Backstretch cars at full speed. You see the contact in the concrete and then contact between the cars.
Look, Mom, no hands. I want to go back and see that. That was a heck of a save by Majulis and Rumsey. See if we can get the production truck to roll back that beautiful bean footage. Look at this. This is leading up to it. You see Rumsey on the outside. Majulis he's searching. I mean, he is down there scratching and clawing the bottom of the racetrack. And we'll see it Underwood around the top. Majulis gets a run, and just some mutual contact, as I believe Rumsey was looking to change his line a little bit. Majulis had a big time run coming off of turn number 2. Just see it there in the lower corner of there. You just see him. Looks like he's going to make that move to come out and try to throw something on him. And then Majulis is like, hey, whoa, dude, I'm here. It's like Biff said to Marty McFly's dad, why didn't you tell me there was a blind spot in that car?
Oh, look at this. We're already back to green. Evan C. in control of this one. Cabrera, Underwood, Majulis, and Wilson into the top 5 now. So Dylan Wilson has advanced 4 spots since the drop to the green as we work on lap 16 of 40. Slide job for the lead.
Oh, Cabrera parked it on the nose of Evan C. That was enough to upset C. Now C says, watch this. I too can play this game. White Castles are served off of turn number 4 and down the front straightaway. As he did that, though, Cabrera was able to come right back around the bottom side. He'll let it slide to the top. Now you'll see C. He'll turn that wheel to the left and come to the bottom. Look at Ryan Underwood. Now Blake Majulis is coming to call. Side by side. Oh, little right side romance is applied as they hustle off of turn 4.
That will get him back in a little bit of a single file formation up front there as C leads it. Cabrera, though, trying to build that run on him with that 71 machine. Got the car a little out of shape. So here comes now Ryan Underwood to the inside. Underwood gives just enough room for Cabrera to continue to skirt around the outside of him. Down into 1. Underwood all the way to the bottom. Big time slide job. He grabs the second spot, but for how long? Well, about that long. Cabrera grabs it right back, Jerry.
You see Majulis now. Majulis says, hey, I watched you guys do this. Oh, Majulis will get in there with some romance. Loving, touching, squeezing. That's what's happening as you're trying to work your way around them. Now you see it as the 46 of Underwood getting hustled on back as they race him on in. Now look at Alex Bergeron. Bergeron says, hey, watch this. If there's a party going on, I want to get in. I want to be with the cool kids. Let me get to the front.
I would think right now inside the helmet of the 46 of Ryan Underwood, some steam probably coming out of his ears as he got shuffled back on that incident. These cars might be steaming. These drivers giving them all they've got. C, Cabrera, Majulis, your top 3. We're in the second half of this feature event now, Jerry. We're going to continue to watch this track get more and more slick. We'll see if anyone has a late race setup. We've seen that before with these Nvizion custom graphics big blocks.
We'll watch him on down the front straightaway. Evan C., Cole Cabrera, Blake Majulis. Now you see Cabrera back to the race lead for a moment as the sliders are coming. This battle for the lead is far from over. These 3 are going to start swinging at the fence, and I mean literally at the fence of this place. You may see all-time big sparklers and snakes on the last lap, but I guarantee you it's coming. Cabrera once again off the bottom. Down to the inside goes C. C right back there to the race lead. Cabrera working the 2 spot. Now Blake Majulis is going to lay his hat to the bottom.
Oh, a little bit of bobble there within the top 3. That allows Cabrera to get a run. Does he dive to the bottom? No, he'll follow C into 1. Majulis had to dip down to the inside of him. Then he slid up the racetrack, got into concrete. Logan Rumsey, he has dipped out of line. He's been working the bottom of the racetrack. Now he goes to the top. He's got Dylan Wilson coming after him. So battle for that 4th spot now down the front straightaway. 26 of lap number 40. Another slider for the lead. Another crossover. Evan C., Cole Cabrera back and forth out front in this one.
C, Cabrera, Majulis, 1, 2, and 3. They are hustling it off of turn number 4 and down the front straightaway. Cabrera back to the inside. It's a crossover move. Almost parked it on the snoot. Couldn't get it done as he came across the nose. Shot one across the bow. It is that 33 of Evan C. Still your race leader, Sean. We are closing in on the final 10 laps. Just about 13 remaining in this one.
There's a slide job for the 4th spot from Logan Rumsey on Dylan Wilson. Wilson back to his inside. Here comes Ryan Underwood closing back in on them as he's trying to charge back forward to a podium run here tonight. Wilson taking over the spot. Rumsey takes it right back. Look at that battle for second right in front of them. Ooh, a little contact in the concrete there. That battle for second starting to get interesting. Here comes Majulis. He'll work the bottom into turn number 3. Full send, full slider. He'll grab second. Cabre is going to have to try to charge back on his inside.
I thought Cabre might be able to get a charge back, but no. Majulis was able to carry so much momentum after that slide job, hooked and grab the cushion. Now you've got it. Oberly, Place, and the 41 machine. Logan Rumsey with a drive job. Now they're starting to look more like drive jobs as they drive it across the nose, not letting it slide like they had been. It'll be that 80 machine working back there. Of course, that is Dylan Wilson. Wilson back into the number 4 spot. They'll work him in down to the bottom side of turn number 3 and 4. 41 Rumsey backsliding to the top.
Great race going on here for 4th, 5th, and 6th. Another big slider from Dylan Wilson. Rumsey back to his inside as Underwood watches that unfold right there in front of him. They'll send it on into turn 3. Logan Rumsey, good-looking car, picked up a win in the heat race, running in the 4th spot right now. See the top 3 there go across your screen as they are working in front of them. Nothing happening in the top 3 right now. They're sizing each other up. This battle, though, these drivers can't wait. They continue to throw the haymakers for every chance they get.
I tell you what, there is more action here than after Gage Martinez wins and they go to the Rona stands at Weber Valley. Look at this. I tell you what, that even incites Scott Bloomquist sometimes as they work him on down into turn number 3 and 4. It'll be the 80 machine up around the top side, working her hot and heavy as your top 3 have broken away.
I love this when they send it in there and they know the slap's coming before that driver on the bottom even starts to send it. They're ready to turn the car and get the run down the hill. Here comes Underwood. Oh. There he goes into Wilson. Sparklers off the pack of the 80 as he gets into the wall. Underwood giving no brakes there to the 80 of Wilson. And we're into a fistful of laps to go, Jerry. And this might be the key here. We're going to start throwing the punches.
They are going to work them. I tell you what, there's going to be more hitting than after you hit the showers at the truck stop. Down the back straightaway they'll go next time into turn number 1 and 2. Watch this battle. Man, they bang the crete feverishly off of turn 2 and down the back straightaway. Still see Majulis, Cabre, Rumsey, Underwood, Oberly, Wilson. Look at this. Speaking of that, Oberly's going to go full send across the snoot of Wilson. Wilson's going to turn it back around and come back to the inside. Man, what a battle you've got here.
That was close there. Looks like Majulis out front, getting closer to see it. It's just inside of 0.3 of a second. We continue to watch this feverish battle back here behind them. Now, there you see, 2 laps remaining. Blake Majulis has closed in on Evan C. C has led the majority of this one, Jerry, but Majulis, he may want to play the Joker on this one.
To see who's the Joker and who's the thief of the night as we come to the white flag and 1 to go. Final time. It's time to win it or wear it. Go checkers or wreckers. See your race leader. It'll be the 127 Majulis back there to the number 2 spot. Majulis, he knows it. He sees it. The line has been protected. It'll be Team VLR driver Evan C. Across to the win, Blake Majulis. Cole Cabre, your top 3. Underwood goes crossed up. Crashes right there at the finish line, and they stack them up into turn 1. 40 laps in the books on a fabulous big block show. Man, sliders galore. I'm hungry. I am hungry now.
Yes, I wish we would have counted the lead changes. Unbelievable event here tonight for the Nvizion Custom Graphics Big Block Modifieds. We'll have an opportunity to talk to the top 3. You see your official finish here tonight. Evan C., Blake Majulis, Cole Cabre, Logan Rumsey, and Dylan Wilson in the top 5.
Looking at 6 on back through 10. It's Sheldon Oberly, Ryan Underwood, Jay Place, Randall Carter, and Dylan Yeager.
Bergeron, Harberts, Bomberket, Powell, and Grace in positions 11 through 15.
16 through 20, going to see Brent Carter, Jack Sion, Jacob Perlman, Ethan Toder, and Corey Sibley.
Richard Murtaugh Jr., Eric Skalf, Mike Augustine, and Tyler Reed completing our 24-car main event field here tonight from the Eldora Speedway for the World of Thunder Nvizion Custom Graphics Big Block Modifieds.
We'll await our top 3 to join us down in Victory Lane on the podium. But before we do that, we'll cut back to some commercials. Send her back to the truck. We'll chase down your top 3. You're watching tonight's Nvizion custom graphics, big blocks from Eldora on Ultimate Dirt TV. Welcome back. Another fabulous finish here at Eldora in the big blocks, and standing high atop the podium is the 33 of Evan C. Evan, kind of uncontested up front there. You got out there and were able to keep them all at bay.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's just I knew the top was going to be fast, and that's kind of just what we set up for again. This week was just to kind of ride the cushion around the top, and I really didn't figure that the bottom would come in or middle would come in, just the way this track is. But I mean, we had some competition there. Blake and Cole, they were both really fast, and it was kind of matter if whoever could hit their marks and not mess up a ton at the end was going to come out on top there.
Yeah, you just kind of, like I said, with that coming to that final corner, you Evan, or that Majulis was going to try about anything he could to get around you, and you just kind of took the old slider line away from it, and kind of protect that slider on that last lap, because you kind of had to know it was probably coming.
Oh yeah, it was. You definitely know it's going to come anytime somebody's close to you the last lap here. Just like you said, you got to protect the slider, and every other lap you just got to be on the lookout. If they're sliding you, be ready for a cut down, and hopefully if they do slide you, you can cross them over like we was able to there a few times with Cole, and stay out in the lead. And luckily we didn't make a whole lot of mistakes up top, and that definitely helped us to get the win tonight.
Exactly. So always a good looking hot rod. Who do you want to thank for the win tonight?
Yeah, just all the guys at Team VLR helping us test and stuff. Everybody else that helps us out, Dirty Grass Soul, CFM Esports, ShopFurry22.com, Captain Morgan, Jim Emery Next Level Designs, Tactory Defense, and just thank y'all for doing a broadcast for us each week, and Steven for putting on the series. You bet. Hey,
did you pick up another new sponsor on the right side of that, on the inside one? Did you pick up a truck stop sponsorship?
It's Selena Truck Stop 82. They're actually going to sponsor us in the spring fling. So, we'll be running the Selena Truck Stop paint for the spring fling. So we're definitely looking forward to that also. I
tell you what, they that is the place to stop. I've been told, if you're trucking through, good place to stop for the night and leave a load. They say, yes. So, anybody? We're gonna move on to supers. What do you think in those? Oh, he left. He ran. What do you think about the supers, Evan? What's your prediction?
Next race. I don't know. I haven't tested a whole lot or any at all this week, but I feel pretty good. We've always been competitive here in the late models. I kind of see the same thing happening. Just being mistake free up top, and just looking out for the sliders that people throw and being able to cross people over, and just being smooth around the top. It's gonna be key, but it should be a pretty good race just like this one.
There you go. I guarantee you guys will have some Dirty Grass Souls playing along maybe with some Wheeler Walker Jr. there before the Supers and get tuned on up. So Evan C. picking up tonight's big blocks here at Eldora. Sean, you got somebody hanging with you.
Yeah, standing by here with Blake Majulis. Blake's going to come home in the runner-up spot tonight. Blake, any idea how many slide jobs you threw in the course of that 40-lap main event? Holy cow.
Yeah, just kind of trying to get track position where you can, and it's pretty difficult to do here. And we got stuck on the bottom quite often there in the beginning, and I was, kind of worried I didn't have very much speed early in the beginning, and right around lap 20 there, we were clicking really fast laps off, and then with 10 to go, we were the fastest car on the track. So it was pretty interesting to see how the track not necessarily evolved, but how it was. The bottom was pretty good early, and it faded about 5 laps into a run, but I wish the bottom was a little bit stronger. I felt good down there, but still got the top to work to catch Evan, just ran out of time.
Does that help set your game plan for the upcoming Supers event later on tonight?
Not really, because everyone kind of has the same mindset here. It usually just goes right to the cushion. I think the Supers will be the same thing as this race. I think it'll just be right around the top. Bottom might be good for a lap, so it'll make restarts interesting. But other than that, I feel like it'll be the same thing.
We're looking forward to it. Maybe right before the halfway point of that race, things got really wild. You had wild and spectacular save down the backstretch as well.
Yeah, that actually held us up quite a bit. We were going to slide for fourth. That would have been, one less spot we had to worry about on a restart, and would have been up top. I could have used as many positions as I could there. Time is a virtue, especially here. You don't get much time with 40 laps on a big half mile. It's all about momentum, and once you're in the lead, it's hard to pass in order to get to the lead. So, one thing was catching them, but another thing was passing them. So it would have been difficult for sure.
Looks like you gained a good handful of spots here tonight. Who do you need to thank for the podium run?
Yeah, D1RT Racing, ML Performance, CFM Esports, Swag Design and Media, Design 75 Jeremy Ray for the Sweet Wrap, Showtime Decals and Apparel, Reliable Energy Solutions, CD Cinematography, BK Designs, and Represent. Thank you.
All right. Congratulations on that. Let's head back over to Jerry Van Sickle.
I tell you what, Cole Cabre, man, how many sliders did you serve up tonight? Did you keep track of them? Did you have the team counting them?
There was one too many there. I ended up getting frustrated and driving over my head there after I threw like maybe the 7th one. So Blake was behind me, so I kind of just let him go once he threw a slide job, and it's like Blake said, it's so hard to pass here. It's all about momentum in these cars, and with 40 laps, there's not much time to play with. So.
Yeah, it's like I say, it's time to win it or wear it or go checkers or wreckers, and that's what you got to do at this place. Is if you can make them things work. We saw a couple times it looked like you were catching something off the bottom when you'd throw them in there, but we'll see what happens now. Supers, let's talk about them. What's your thoughts?
Yeah, it's gonna go back up to the top. With iRacing, we can kind of wall tap, so that's gonna be the fastest way. Kind of survive, keep the spoiler on it. The bottom might come in there for a few laps, but other than that, it's just going to be around the top, and whoever can throw the most sliders will probably win. So I just got to give it to Duct Tape Racing, D1, D1RT, ML Performance, everyone, Wilson Majulis, Scooter for the wrap. You guys for putting this on, iRacing. It's by the way, Brent is yelling in my ears, so.
Trust me, he yells in our. Hey, you'll learn to tone that guy out. He yells.
Yeah,
at
so
us
I just
all
started
the
laughing.
time.
No one else knew what I was laughing at. So, anyways.
Well, we'll let you. We'll let you. Yeah, I know that you thank everybody but Brett Wheeler for the broadcast. So we appreciate that, Cole, and we'll take that into the Supers, and we'll go from there. Kicked him out of the. Why? Wheeler chased him out of here. Kid was just trying to just say how happy he was to finish third, and Brett Wheeler, he's a meanie just because it was his birthday last week.
He gets one podium finish in the dirtfan.com sprint cars, and suddenly his ego runs amok on our broadcast, Jerry.
I don't know what's going on. Well, on that note, we're going to step away, and we're going to regroup our thoughts, and we're going to come back in about 35 or 40 minutes for, are you ready for it? Are you ready for it? The nightcap. Just one more.
But before that rolls around, Jerry, just outside of turn 1, they've got a little band stage set up. I'm going to go check out. They've got some music going on over there, a little live music going on outside.
I heard. Yes, I heard Wheeler Walker Jr. is playing here at Eldora this afternoon in between deals. So
some good classic country music.
Oh, that is the kind. I mean, rumor has it he plays two kinds of music, country and Western. So on that note, let's go grab us a tall one. We're going to head on out, and we'll see you back here for the nightcap for just one more as the Supers. So congratulations to Evan C. for standing atop the podium here at Eldora in the Nvizion Custom Graphics Big Blocks. So until the Supers, have a safe trip home. Be good. God bless, and good night, everybody.